Welcome back everybody, Twitch367 here, and today we are going to, well, not really continue with the series. We're actually starting something a little different. This is going to be our final episode, or final video, rather, of 2024, and I figured we would kind of go through our Minecraft series that we have played throughout this year. Unfortunately, I do not have any of the backups that I did because I got rid of them prior to thinking of this idea, which is a little unfortunate, but we have at least a few worlds that we can kind of show off, explain everything. Like, I just want to give a little tour of each base, explain my process, my thoughts, my plans, stuff like that, because not everybody has caught up with every series. So this is going to be a good way for people to, if they're starting a series or want to start a series, like they can be like, oh wow, I didn't even realize you're this far into this series, type of thing. So yeah, let's kind of kick things off with Dungeons & Dragons Space Shuttles. This is our Season 2 world. This started as a single player world, I do believe, and then we put it on a multiplayer world, or multiplayer server, and then it ended up coming back, with all that, ended up coming back to a single player world just due to, I think like the server kept breaking, plus I didn't have great internet at the time. So there just really was no way for me to play with all the people as well, at least all the time. But I kind of figured this is going to be a good starting place. So this is our portal to the Twilight. Of course, we're not going to really go there. I don't plan on going to any dimensions or anything like that, unless we have things there. This here is our void ore miner. This is what's producing all of our ores. Well, not all of them. This is somewhat of a recent build that we put together. I think I've grabbed coal out of here so far, maybe some iron. But other than that, I just kind of let it do its thing passively. This over here is our Botania area. Let me take off my ring of magnetization. Oh, I don't have my stuff going through anyway. But there's this, essentially, like I've set this up a few times before, within other like worlds, but just a little like 20 endo flame setup to get us mana within one mana pool. And then I have this runic altar here that I always switch out with brewery. If I need to make potions for like a certain quest or anything. And then over here, this is actually our little cow pen. Doesn't really work the greatest, but it is what it is. This is my automated jerky. I put any raw food in here. I don't know if that counts. Looks like it. So yeah, put any raw food in here and it will eventually turn to jerky. I can even toss rotten flesh in here and it'll make monster jerky. So gotta utilize that while you can. This is just a long tunnel which leads to my farm. We'll loop back around to that, which you guys will see. So over here, this all connects to the bridge. That's that main bridge. Which this was like the main little area that we had to start with, which was a little bridge, and then it came to our house over here, which this was our first little 7x7 that we started in, and yeah, it's still here. Main frame for it. But over here is actually where we set up our, like, I want to say our first farm. And then that over time kind of turned into the kitchen, with some items still here from the farm. And then throughout here, we just have a bunch of like good food items that we can just kind of grab on the go, if we actually had anything. Over here is our olive oil, cooking oil process. It needs some tweaking still. I might even just set up the olive oil separately. Just because now that this is full of olive oil, it's not going to let any of the other seeds through, and to make seed oil and cooking oil. So again, something I want to tweak, but not super important. Here is actually where we set up our first little, I guess, automated egg feather farm, all right within here. That leads back to the kitchen. So you may recognize this, or like the automated jerky area. So down here, that's our farm. We follow this around, we have our traps. We do have two different setups here. And yeah, it looks like everything kind of went through just perfect. But yeah, this kind of gets me some different things. I can make more bait and just kind of stick it in there, and over time, again, it'll just produce more stuff. Berries. This is all of the items from our actual farm here, with some holes because I actually took those for the seeds. This is all of my like plant stuff, actually organized too, or at least it was, because that's raw pork chop. But like here's food, seeds. This is just our basic food too. Like, some of it's really good, some of it's just mid. Actually, we'll take that. But then here's our whole process that actually powers our farm. We are actually running off of gasoline, and it's going pretty smoothly. Just cuts down carrots, turns that into, I believe, if I go to the sawmill, pulped biomass, and then that gets cooked down into biocrude, which gets turned into gasoline. And yeah, so far, working fantastic. Did realize, no issue. But then of course, like our farm, I think it's going great. I still need to get another apiary in here at some point, but not overly worried about it. I don't think I'm going to cut any of like these little clips either, just because I do want you guys to get like a full tour of the base. This leads down to our mine. I'm not going to go down there just because it is just a big empty hole. I guess we could start over on this side. I do believe this was one of our first expansions, and it was to actually give us some room. And of course, we put our smeltery in here. And a lot of things have been set up in here and then moved over time. Like we even had our plastic in here. Tables were kind of all in here at some point. Tanks of all the different fluids were in here. Just so many different setups. Over in here, we just have a bench thing. This is our storage area. This still just needs to be put in there. This was actually from our pickaxe that had an alloyite head, which I actually already replaced. I want to get another one just because it is good to have that alloyite pickaxe head, just because it has like some kind of modifier, so it sends things to whatever inventory you bind it to. which makes mining some of the ores that are in the lava pretty nice. So then, of course, we have our two different systems here between our refined storage, or yeah, our refined storage and our scanner. Our scanner is reading our thing here, plus all of these crates. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, even down here is just more drawers. The never-ending drawers. Here is our little sand automation. I can just kind of let this go. I'll leave it to sleep real quick. And of course, we just stop that. Hopper will pick up everything and just put it right into this drawer here. This is our grave, so if we end up dying, we can enchant our key. If we don't have ender pearls, that is, which we've got a few ender pearls. This is part of our factory. This is actually the main power source of our factory. We're using canola. The main production is all back here for it, plus our reserves of canola oil. So if we ever need canola oil, we are set. I still want to automate it eventually to the next tier, so that we get even more power, so that we can power more things. But here's our other little simple automation to just make stone, glass. Over in here is just our power. That's it. We made a special little room just for that. And then, like I said, just factory. I've removed a lot of the machines that were here for the farm machines there, like the sawmill, magma crucible, stuff like that. And then, of course, same here. Removed some stuff, but everything is automated to the point where it does come down in here, besides this stuff here. And then up here has also changed between a few different areas. I know it was a crafting area for a while. Right now I'm using it as a brewing area, which again, I've been just kind of adding stuff, removing stuff, and it's been a mess. But I do want to kind of get a smoother automation with that stuff going. And then if we leave out this little door, since all this leads to is just the farm, we have two different ways we can go. We can go up, or we can go this way. Might as well start this way. This is a work in progress. I'll show you guys that. This is where we have our silicone automated, or semi-automated. We just need to add the necessary items. Same with super glue, liquid crystalline, methane gas, completely full. And then of course we just put any hummus in here. And then back here, we have a similar setup to the hummus, but we can do it with the logs. But that'll get me latex, plastic, and then of course I usually have a tank here for water. I have our big mixer, which I've only used once, which was for the quest. I did kind of glass these things in just because I thought it was kind of cool seeing the piping behind the super glue setup and whatnot. Don't remember what I planned on setting up there, but it was something. We have our water wheel, windmill, so might as well go up here. So if I just right click a ladder, it'll shoot me to the top. And then I haven't dug this out yet, but I plan on it, so that we have a nice room right here, kind of central in the mountain. Will actually be more like this. But if we take the elevator up, this is what we were working on most recently, which would be our astral sorcery area. So we have like the celestial altar currently. And I think that's really about it for up here. Minus our little liquid starlight process that we have. I have plans of making this like a nice little fairy garden, hence the little pixie hovels everywhere, and then I have like a little river which turns into the waterfall that drops down my front. But if we come back here, go ahead and just take the elevator down. See, I don't want to like get everybody lost, so I want to stay within the same path. But now we can go upstairs. So upstairs, this is where we essentially have our like blast furnace, alloy kiln. Under here is where we store all of our creosote, which this is getting pretty full. Want to change this room in some sort of way, just not sure how to do it. And then if we take these stairs, this is our support creeper, which gives us like speed, strength 2, and fire resistance 2. So I just gave him his own little room. Up here is our coke oven, which again we have a little automated process for. Over here is our mystical ag farm. This side is just all of our Imperium essence. Over here is like everything else. And then in here is our mystical like storage, all separated by like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course like our actual essence and ingots and stuff just go right within here. But the farm just drops everything into here, which will pull into here. I have had it back up because of the Inferium essence a few times. It's like we have like 6 Insanium, but like if we go through like 59 Supremium, I mean I still have 20,000 Inferium essence that we could use. But if we come over this way, and well, I guess if we go up here, this was my first bedroom. Here, this is a staircase that does come up here, which, like I said, this was my first bedroom. This is also a work in progress. I think I want it to loop back around to my new bedroom, which you can see from here. But also thinking about just setting something else up in here. Maybe even like my burst of engineering stuff or just something. But then of course I have my room here, fit with the parrot, bookshelf, or not bookshelf, but enchanting area. And then in here we have just all of my dogs. I'm not sure why they're all just grouped in one corner though. Weird. But I still want to come and decorate these couple areas. I still need to finish up like the ceiling in here as well. This is just a staircase that spirals all the way up into that tower that's on top. If I come out here, would be that tower there. That's by my astral area, which is just another easy way to get up there. But again, we have the elevator now. If we head this way, this is our little powered area. So, of course, we get power cell, fruit press, and power diamond anvil. I forgot our fruit press is here. I should move that to the farm. That's where we're making some wireless GP. Again, forgot that was even there. If I come down here, this is more of like where we do our black magic. I still have to finish this room. I didn't even realize that. Maybe I should kind of make that a priority soon. But this is my blood magic room. So here's my like tier 3 altar with my Hellfire Forge, altar. Then this guy is actually keeping my blood altar full, which is very beneficial. I was using it to power up something, which I will show you guys in a second. But it's down here. Again, this is another mess. A lot of this just needs cleaned up, which is going to be like my big like focus this year. Is getting a lot of like the areas that we've already kind of established, like cleaned up and looking nice. Like, actually have this better light source too, so we can like actually take advantage of that. Actually make it look well bright in here. I don't know if I want those though. But yeah, so essentially I have a little spawner that drops them down, as you guys can see. And then I have like this, I can block off each of the way to produce different bloods. Like back here, this is life essence for blood magic, and then this is actually just producing blood for evil craft, which will fill all three of these. Looks like this one's kind of like set as a priority, so it's filling this one currently. But yeah, that's this area. Just want to double check to make sure we didn't forget anything. That's where my nether portal is for now. We got all that. Honestly, I think we established all the areas. Yeah, that's all the areas for Dungeons & Dragons Space Shuttle Season 2. So I will catch you guys in the next world. So I'll see you guys here soon. And we are back. This here is the Ragnamod 7 server. This currently is a server, like I just said, but this is not one that is open for the public. This is actually one that is set aside for a select few members. We are referred to as the Knights, or Knights of the Round Table at the moment. Essentially just a smaller group of content creators so that we can kind of go at our own pace and not have to feel like we're being rushed along in certain packs. Just because, again, you know, we limited on time and don't want to have to just be relied on to like, you know, go fight the dragon and stuff like that at certain points. So yeah, this world consists of myself, DRodriguez, and Cornbread at the moment. But this is our house. Let me give a little tour of the house first. We are in the Twilight Forest, because that's where you start in this mod pack. So here's the main little room. This is like all of my ores and stuff through blocks, and then this is like my little like, automated smelting system, which will get revamped at some point. Plus snowball sticks. Up here I mainly just have just a few automated wood variants, especially like the hexery. And then down in the basement is actually where we keep like all of our storage. And then this is actually the storage from our mob farm, which is actually back over this way. You guys will see in a second, but that's how all of the items and the XP get moved, is through this little process. And well, here's our like XP jelly babies, plus our drain that we can actually convert to that as well. But that's really it for this basement. This plate here brings us to spawn. And this will bring me to the other bases. I I don't think I'm going to show you guys their bases. If you do want to see them, go ahead and check out their series. Um, but I don't want to spoil anything in case they have certain things done that they don't want people to see just yet. In here is all the villagers from my village, which I will show you guys my village, just because it is going to be one of my future projects. Or it's going to be definitely a 2025 project. So, but here's our little enchanting thing from ours that needs to be moved. Our little purple flame from occultism that also needs a home. Our first farm that we made, which got us some source early on and whatnot, also needs moved. So this here is our witch's hut. Not bad. I just moved a lot of the stuff that was in here down in the basement, which I will show you guys in a second. I love this book. I can't get over like how interactive it is. Just yeah, it's so fun. Plus our little like chest things that are pretty cool. If we go up, this is where we're displaying our actual magic armor. Like this is where our ours armor would go. And then same thing. This is Botania, so I have like the first set of that. Okay, and then this is actually one of our most recent setups. Was our mana. So this is completely full already, which is honestly not surprising. Being a server, all the chunks are loaded, so it will fill over time. Over here is the factory, and I absolutely am loving how it's turning out because it's kind of getting things to fit, and it's just working out for me. At least working out how I envision. There's some things that I'm trying to figure out how I want to work out, hence not having it finished just yet. But I will come back to this. It's our little NASA workbench. Kind of thought it was a good idea to put it here, but almost feels like it's in the way, especially from like the main runway. And then back here is going to be where we expand more into a factory, and I think I want to have like maybe one more expansion off for like a ship, like a rocket area. But of course, like I said, smeltery, bunch of good stuff here. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, the mob farm. Show you that. So over here we do have two different mob farms. One is for passive mobs, one is for hostile mobs. So if we flip this one, it'll turn this guy on and it'll start spawning hostile mobs. Just like that. And I still need to add some more modifiers to these guys, which I will end up doing. I just want to get my my storage for it completely set up. This way we can, yeah, see. The reason I have the water is because this grass will grow like actual grass. So I have that break it into like seeds, which will get picked up by under here is our hopper, vacuum hopper. Turn this off now. But yeah, so once the grass is there, it actually won't let any animals spawn on it. So then it just really cuts back on our spawn rates. But I try to keep the farms off for the most part, just because there are a few items that don't fit, which would just end up getting shot right into there. And I think that's really it for here. So let me just show you guys my village real quick. That is the work in progress. Uh, it's quite big, but yeah, I haven't touched anything. I want to put walls around it. I want to make it completely safe. I want to make it like accessible from the riverway from here and through here. Like, cause I know Corn is up here and DRodriguez is also up here. So I'm wondering if, yeah, that's quite a distance. But I'm wondering if Corn wouldn't mind working with me to set up like a waterway between our areas or something. I don't know. I want to see some like bigger projects happening soon. But village is gonna kind of get remodeled and whatnot. That's why I took all those villagers and just put them at my base for now. But yeah, that's all I have to show you guys from this world. I do have one more world that we will go ahead and pull up real quick, because that's all we have available, fortunately. But yeah, I'll catch you guys here in another second. Alright, I know I said I would see you guys in the next world, but I realized I did not show you guys the basement of the witch's hut. Felt like I was robbing you guys of that, so I do want to go ahead and show you. So here, where we actually went up, you can actually go down as well. This is our most recent addition to the witch's hut, and the most recent thing we actually did on this server. We're in the process of getting all of the essences semi-automated. Eventually, I'm hoping there's a way to like automate like gems, so that I can like just switch this out to a kind of like that. I mean, there's source gem chicken. Might have to go that route. But then we can from there add like gems to all of these from like an ender barrel, like kind of like how we're doing the charcoal process. And then we can just have all of the essence just be completely maxed out until we need them, use them, they'll replenish over time, type of thing. Just trying to prepare for everything, just because Botania is going to be using a lot of this essence for runes, and I have a feeling that we're going to need a lot of runes at some point too, for probably the next mod. But anyway, that is all that I have to show you guys on this world. So this time I will actually see you guys in the next world. So I'll see you over there. And welcome back, everybody. This is the final little tour of the 2024 Trip Down Memory Lane video, even though it's kind of like a current series. But this is kind of what we have. You know, we're not too far into this. This is our Fantasy Skies series. I should have started with that. This is a hardcore series. We upload this on Sunday. We actually dubbed it or Sundays in general, a self-sabotage Sundays. So I will upload a hardcore Minecraft video on Sunday. Just as like a little bit of a challenge. If we die, you know, we'll pick up a new pack like the next week. This way it's also kind of getting me out of the comfort box and looking at more packs too, because I never really know what's coming out or what to even play anymore. But if I enjoyed a pack a lot, like say, you know, I died on this one, but I'm like, I feel like I didn't get to quite progress as far as I would like, at that point I'll just make a note, and then like when we have an opening for a series, like I'll be like, Fantasy Skies, boom, you know, easy. But you know, so far we're surviving, so we'll just work with it. I don't have a whole lot to show you guys for this world. It is essentially just a little 5x5 dirt platform with some bricks around it, with some bridges on each side. And then those bridges just connect one big ring that essentially all of our stuff is stored on at the moment. And then I did make this like janky looking house for now, and it was mainly just we had a permanent spot to put our bed, because I know there's benefits if you sleep so many times in your bed. I believe that was this pack at least. And then, you know, somewhere dry. When it rains, I just feel like I need to stand out of the rain sometimes. It feels a little successful, but yeah, it's pretty much all that's really going on because all of our stuff is right in this corner. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy and are excited for 2025, be sure to, you know, subscribe, because I do have some big projects coming your way. Plus a big announcement that will be coming out hopefully tomorrow. So look forward to that. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.